Hello viewers, I want to greet you all in the name of Jesus Christ. My name is Agawa Brandon and welcoming you to Run with Brandon. It's been long since we talked on money. The first person to give us some ideas on money was Obala Isaac, and today we have a visitor still from the finance department of this world. I bet you'll be glad to hear from him and learn from him as well. He's by the name Mr. Guloba Joseph Jr. We call him JJ, and more about him is about to tell us. You're welcome so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing to be hosted here.
Thank you for having me.
You can tell us more about yourself. What do you do? What do you enjoy doing in new life?
Okay. My name is, as it has been mentioned, is Guloba Joseph Mutenga. They call me Junior because my dad is also Joseph.
Okay.
That's why they call me Junior. So it's Joseph Junior, and that's how the JJ comes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So basically, I started out as an accountant. After school. Right after school, I started out as an accountant, moved into the NGO sector, and now I'm in business. But all the while, I've been developing an interest in things to do with money and investing money. And most of the time, I've dedicated it to studying about it at a personal level. Currently, I manage a business. I manage a company. It's a manufacturing company. Not so large scale, a small and medium enterprise. Called East African Basic Foods.
East African Basic Foods.
East African Basic Foods is a food processing company, and with a number of products that we handle. It's quite an old company. The products include what we call corn soy blend. Corn soy blend is corn, which is maize, or any cereal category, any item in the category of cereals. So you have maize, you have millet, you have rice. All those are types of corn. Okay, so when we say corn, we are looking at those categories.
I get you.
And then you have soya. So the idea is to blend the two. So blending any of the two makes a corn soy blend. So you blend millet with soy. You blend maize with soy. You blend rice with soy, and you make a corn soy blend. How did that idea come?
Yes, please.
It came when a medical missionary came to Uganda. His name was Harrison, Dr. Harrison. Is not very common. But he was a dietitian. So this guy, when he comes to Uganda, he sees that in Uganda we have, like, porridge is a delicacy for us.
Yes.
Like, porridge is something we love to take.
We can't do without.
So you have breakfast and there is porridge. At least for a traditional Ugandan family, there has to be porridge. But he noticed a problem there, and the problem had to do with a balanced diet. So you have something that is relished, but it's full of carbohydrates. And so at that time, there were so many kids that were suffering from kwashiorkor. You see, so he tries to come up with an idea to improve the protein content, because kwashiorkor is a protein deficiency. It's because of protein deficiency. Exactly.
To reduce it.
And so that's how he comes up with the idea to blend and have soya and have Ugandans continue to take porridge, but more nutritious.
Yes, get more out of
more
it.
nutritious porridge.
Oh,
so
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for that introduction. I think it's a great idea to have a better breakfast for every Ugandan at a basic level of earning. I guess at the end you'll tell us more about how they should spend. So you, according to your journey, you seem to have a lot of association with money. So should I think that this is money also?
Yes.
So does money
paper currency
is money restricted to this?
Not at all. That came up to make it easy or to facilitate the exchange of goods and services.
Okay.
So that is only as good as that, as a medium of exchange.
I get you.
But then when you consider money, there are other aspects
attached to money
in terms of function.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. I get
So one of them is that money is a medium of exchange, and it facilitates for the payment of goods and services.
Yeah.
But money is also a store of value. Now, when you go to that level, storing value,
yes,
then that becomes less useful.
Okay.
Because when you keep it in that form,
yes,
and time elapses, then you run a risk. What risk do you lose? As time elapses, it can't do much. Why can't it do much? It may be because the goods and services, the prices are higher.
Yeah.
We call that inflation. So when there is an increase in the general price of goods and services, that is inflation. So if you had 10,000 shillings or 20,000 shillings today, and you still have 20,000 shillings
next year,
if goods increase, then 20,000 shillings can only get you less than what it could get you before.
I think that's understandable.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. So as a store of value, that paper becomes less useful. So you start talking of things like land.
Okay.
Yeah. You start talking of other asset classes like businesses. You start talking of other asset classes like cows, chickens, goats. Those are in a class called biological assets.
Okay, biological assets.
Yeah. Why biological? Because they have life, but they can be possessed.
Yes.
They can be possessed, and they have value.
Sure.
Yeah. So many asset classes where value can be stored, and that paper currency is at the lowest level.
Okay. So you have paper and the asset.
You have the asset.
The asset include the bio. Is land included in the bio?
When we categorize assets and we talk of land, land is not categorized as a biological asset.
It is.
It is land. It is a physical asset.
Okay, physical.
It is a physical asset.
Okay.
And actually, you can say physical asset and financial assets and biological.
Oh, so this is in the financial?
So that is a financial. It's in the financial class.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we want to go deeper in that level. So what do you say about the poor, rich, and the wealthy? Why do these words exist? What do they mean?
Poor, rich, and wealthy.
Yeah.
First of all, I will say rich and wealthy generally are used interchangeably.
Okay.
Sometimes it will be said Brandon is rich, but
Yes.
somebody else will say Brandon is wealthy.
Are they
And
right?
I will say yes. Myself, I will
Okay.
say
Okay.
yes. That they are right. Why? Because when you're poor, by definition, you lack resources or you lack the means to live comfortably.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you are rich,
Yes.
you have the means to live comfortably and there is excess. You have more than you need.
Okay.
So the possessions you have enable you to live comfortably, and then there is a surplus on top of it.
Yes. Yes.
Now, poor is on one extreme, rich is on the other
Extreme.
extreme. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Now you can add qualifying words like very,
Okay.
very.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You see,
Yes.
very poor, very rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Filthy rich.
Filthy rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it goes on escalating,
Yes.
escalating.
Yes.
But basically, when you possess a lot of wealth, then you are rich. You are very rich.
And wealthy.
It's subjective. It's
Okay.
subjective.
Okay.
It's subjective. Somebody else will say those two are different, and
Oh.
somebody else
Okay.
will say the two are the same.
Okay. I
Yeah.
get you. When you
Yeah.
say it's subjective, then okay. So now I have heard you say that you can have more than what you need.
Yes.
Who is such a person who has more? I have not seen that person.
You have not.
I have not, okay, I have seen people, I think they are rich, but I have not seen them behave like what they have. They can stop working and what they have deals with them for the rest of their lives.
No, of course, that's a a very difficult position to put yourself in. It's a
Okay.
very difficult thing to decide to put yourself in that
Okay.
position. Why? Because an economist will tell you that money is always scarce. It's never enough. It doesn't matter how much I earn, it will never be enough. Why will it never be enough? Because as my income grows,
Yes.
it is generally believed that even my expenditure will grow to meet the income.
Yes. Yes.
Now, I put a control on it by doing what? By disciplining myself.
Oh, okay.
So then it means that for one to grow from one level to another, they have to have discipline. It starts from within.
Okay.
It's an attitude.
Yes.
It's an attitude. So someone can be ruled by their money, but anybody who has managed to come from one level to another, the Elon Musks that we hear about,
Yes.
the Bill Gates, the Warren Buffetts, they rule their money. Money is their servant. But you find others who are ruled by their money. And in that case, it grows wings and goes.
Yes. Yes.
It grows wings and
It
goes.
brings me to Kiyosaki's statement that the rich don't work for money.
They don't.
So how do they get that money in the first place? Because for you to be rich, you need money.
For sure.
But then he says the rich don't work for money.
The rich don't work for money, but of course it starts somewhere. For
Yes. Yes.
you to say that I have to get my money to work for me, you have to start by earning it in the
Yes.
first place.
Yes. Yes.
So ideally, you have your first job.
Yes.
Or you'll have your first source of income.
Yes.
Okay?
Oh,
and then you save. Then what you save, you invest. Now the multiplicity of investments that you have, then the equation changes to that I'm not now working for money. My money is working for me. I have this one source of income where I'm deployed, where
Yes.
I'm having my focus. But as it multiplies, I deploy it and deploy it and deploy it and deploy it.
So it's
the more I deploy it, the more it works for me. So eventually,
yes,
where I am working is just a small portion of my total, of what my total wealth is doing for me.
Okay.
So it has to start here.
From earning.
It starts from earning.
You mentioned that there are stages of, is it money? Something you mentioned about stages. What does it require for one to develop from one stage to another?
You mean social class, or those are the classes of
poor, rich, wealthy?
Okay, poor, rich, wealthy. I think I've hinted on it.
One, you mentioned discipline.
Yes. So there is that discipline. It's critical.
Yes.
Like I said, it starts with us. It is Warren Buffett that usually says, you don't need to have a very high IQ in order to do what? In order to invest successfully.
Yes.
I will come there about investing, but I'm trying to make a point. The thing is, if I have this money, if I have this money, then I'm the one that no, let me bring it like this. If I'm already rich, and I don't need to live in a big house, and a 2-bedroom house is enough for me. It is discipline that tells me that even though I have the money to buy a huge mansion, 400 square meter house, I will instead live in a 100 square meter house because it is what I need. It is discipline that tells me. Now, it is discipline that tells me that I earn $100,000 a month. I will save 50% of it and maintain that saving of 50%. You get it? So if I can live comfortably with $10,000 and I earn $100,000, it is discipline that tells me, let me live within that, and then use the rest to invest and grow. So how do you progress from one class to another? There is discipline. 2, you have to be aware of what is going on. How do you become aware of what is going on around you? You have to read a lot. You have to think a lot on what you've read. Thinking on what you've read, then you have to find ways of applying it. If you can't apply it, then it is worthless. It's worthless. So when the opportunities come, you're aware because you've applied yourself to finding out where the opportunity is. You studied. We learn a lot from the rich and successful. At least all the rich people I have taken time to read about, they are readers. They spend most of their day reading. I've read about Warren Buffett, the making of an American capitalist. The making of an American capitalist. It is said in that book that Warren Buffett spends 6 hours in a day just reading. Then he spends a lot of hours still in the day thinking. So by the time he comes to make a decision, it's very easy.
Yeah.
Why? Because he is equipped.
Yeah. Yes.
He is equipped. So when you, Brandon, have 1 million shillings and you're informed about how to use your 1 million shillings, and I have 1 million shillings and I'm not informed, you're going to go far with your 1 million.
Yes, sure.
So for you, you'll know that if I have 1 million shillings, I can buy maize. I can put it in 1,000 kilos of maize.
Yes.
Then I sell the 1,000 kilos of maize to somebody else and get an extra 100,000. If I don't know that, I won't be able to do it.
Sure.
I won't be able to execute it. So it's critical to have the knowledge. When you have the knowledge, and you're making investment decisions, it reduces your risk of investment significantly.
Okay, thank you so much, JJ. We shall have a break at this point, and then I think we'll begin from what you have said. We'll need you to tell us about risks and then needs and wants. So,
sure.
Thank you so much for this. Let us meet in the next episode. May the Lord bless you.
Amen.